Pain heals. Chicks dig scars. Glory lasts forever.
This was a very, very disappointing piece of news for Caitlin Clark fans. But as you know, Angel Reese's season also ended early. Of course, it didn't matter quite as much, but Chicago Sky had an absolutely disastrous 2025, while the Indiana Fever fought, clawed, scratched, and anything else you can think of, using 87 different players to find themselves in the playoffs and on the brink of moving into the semifinals with a huge game, a deciding elimination game against the Atlanta Dream, the 30-14 Atlanta Dream. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate all your support. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Shout out to the 19. Y'all might remember this, and there's a reason I am bringing it up. Caitlin Clark. I had hoped to share a better update, but I will not be returning to play this season. I spent hours in the gym every day with the singular goal of getting back out there. Disappointed isn't a big enough word to describe how I am feeling. I want to thank everyone who had my back through all the uncertainty. This has been incredibly frustrating, but even in the bad, there is good. The way the fans continue to show up for me and for the Fever brought me so much joy and important perspective. I am so proud of how this team has only gotten stronger through adversity this year. Now it's time to close out the season and claim our spot in the playoffs. Now, you all know, Caitlin Clark, as Caitlin Clark fans, you all know this is one fiery competitor who hates to lose at anything and everything. And I'm guessing growing up, she had friends and she probably had family members as well that didn't want to play anything with her. It could have been a simple game of high card, and they did not want to play with Caitlin Clark because of her competitiveness. And yet, in this tweet, you see her great, not only her graciousness, but her thoughts, her appreciation of the fans, but also her thoughts and appreciation for the team and for the fans supporting her team and what they went through without her being on the court. Angel Reese, year two, you taught me so much. You taught me so many lessons. Starting off good. You showed now she's talking about herself here. You showed a ton of growth. You fought through so much adversity, yet you still prevailed, still showed up. And God has a plan for you. This is only the beginning. And it quickly shifted to being about Angel Reese, Angel Reese, Angel Reese. No thought about thanking the fans who have turned up for her. No thought about thanking her teammates. But of course, that would seem a little bit awkward now, wouldn't it? We had the "You Can't See Me," and I'm thinking I might even have that. Pretty sure I have that set up here. Now, this, of course, is not actually all of it, but I'm sure you all remember what went on as she continued to just follow her around the court as Caitlin Clark ignored her, being completely obnoxious in her behavior, then continued to talk about her on, I believe, Instagram Lives after the game. We also had this when they were going to talk to her after the game as well.
Oh, I was waiting.
How long were you sitting?
I tell you, I was waiting. I was waiting. Me?
At what point were you waiting to pull out this?
Man.
This kind of a Caitlyn.
And all the women are obnoxiously celebrating this.
Hey, Caitlin Clark is a hell of a
Incredible.
player for sure. But I don't take disrespect lightly. And she disrespected Alexis.
I don't take disrespect like you're an absolute clown, Angel Reese, and you continue to show that you're a clown. And I keep hoping that maybe you will actually grow a little bit. Maybe you will actually mature a little bit. Maybe it is possible to get out of your narcissism, but I am starting to wonder. In what way did Caitlin Clark, "You Can't See Me," to her own strength coach, as we know from Haley Van Lith, how does that disrespect you? What does that have to do with you not taking disrespect lightly? This disrespect culture is one of the worst things that we have going on in society right now, and it leads to really, really bad things. I'll give you a great example. I was working and had the actual TV on in the background the other night, and it was an old episode of Bar Rescue. And John Taffer went in and he sat at a table. There was no one else in the bar. So he ordered as if you were a group of 10 people to see how the servers would do with the bartenders would do with the drinks and how the kitchen would do with the food. And it was not good. It was so bad in the kitchen to someone back there getting paid as a cook yelling out at John Taffer that the owner of the bar fired him. And when he was interviewed, he ranted and raved and said he was being disrespected because John Taffer ordered a lot of food. What? Anyway, I just thought that this made me think of that because it's absolutely ridiculous. And by the way, let's compare and contrast. This is Caitlin Clark. Now, Caitlin Clark had every right to go off on Angel Reese's behavior.
At all. No matter which way it goes, she should never be criticized for what she did. I'm just one that competes and she competed. So I think everybody knew there was going to be a little trash talk in the entire tournament. It's not just me and Angel. So, I don't think she should be criticized. Like I said, LSU deserves it. They played so well. And like I said, I'm a big fan of hers.
You think?
Man, no, see, this is where a part of me is like, Caitlin, man, you're being way too nice. But you can see the difference in the behavior of the two players and how they act. And you could see that in comparing and contrasting the tweets. And yet, for some reason, the WNBA wants to destroy Caitlin Clark. They want to elevate Angel Reese and they want to destroy Caitlin Clark. And this is a great example as to why the league has continued to flail and continued to fail. And it has been confirmed that the hit song going way back from Aerosmith, Angel, is not actually about Angel Reese. I know it is absolutely shocking to hear, but it is not about Angel Reese in any way, shape, or form. Because y'all remember this?
Yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that. It's.
Are you kidding me?
I want you all to realize that. So we've got this tweet that is about her in ending her season. We got the Me Too nonsense with the lie and the disrespect. We have the demanding the ball. And by the way, don't forget also Caitlin Clark did the same thing with Kennedy Carter, right? Defended Kennedy Carter after the fact with that. We had Angel Reese in multiple games demanding the ball in games that were over because she needed a bucket to continue her double-double streak multiple times. Angel Reese, who was not on the bench for her team in the unrivaled playoffs. Angel Reese, who insulted pretty much her entire team, insulted her teammates in an interview. And then when that got out and it was in context, she decided to play victim. Yet Caitlin Clark is always praising teammates, always praising other players in the league. You saw her saying Angel Reese should not be criticized. You know what? I'm going to disagree with Caitlin there. Like, I get the point. I understand her saying that, but that was very much behavior that should be criticized. But my point is, even that, Caitlin Clark's coming out and defending Angel Reese. Behind the scenes, we know how she tried to get other players paid bonuses because Caitlin Clark had fans showing up to see Caitlin Clark play, and she wanted other players in the league to benefit from that. She's respectful, she's classy, she's selfless. And like I said, to me at this point, I almost think it's actually to a fault, and she's hurting herself a little bit. But that is a story for another day. But yeah, I just thought it was really interesting to take a look at Angel Reese's tweet at the end of the season versus Caitlin Clark's tweet at the end of the season. And it just got me thinking about these other things that have been going on and the other behavior that has been going on. And it really is kind of wild to compare and contrast these two things. Of course, I can't actually leave Angel Reese a comment because she has me blocked. But what are you gonna do? Anyway, I didn't think, I didn't get to do many Angel Reese videos this year. That was kind of disappointing. But I thought I had to do this one. Not really, not even to trash Angel Reese, although of course I will get those comments. It was more a compare and contrast to remind people, because we obviously didn't get to see her play a lot this year, but to remind people of who Caitlin Clark is as a person, just to reinforce how bad the behavior of the entire league has been toward her since she got into the league. But anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Appreciate you checking out this video. As always, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Really, really do appreciate it. Go have the day you deserve. I will talk to you later.